eco-friendly, sustainable. These words are all around us. But what if they are just a cover up? Today, we are uncovering the truth behind greenwashing, the deceptive marketing tactics companies use to appear environmentally responsible. From diesel scandals to misleading product claims, we will look at how it happens, why it matters, and what regulators and consumers are doing to fight back. First off, what exactly is greenwashing? Now, simply put, greenwashing is when companies make false or misleading claims about the environmental benefits of their products, services, or operations. This deceptive practice misleads consumers into thinking they are supporting a sustainable business, even when the reality is very different. For instance, a study by the Advertising Standards Council of India found that 79% of the green claims were exaggerated or misleading, and over 70% of Indian consumers have encountered greenwashing in their daily shopping. Now, these numbers are a wake up call. Imagine buying a product labeled 100% eco friendly, only to find out that it's based on vague buzzwords without any verified data. Now, this is the kind of deception we are talking about. Greenwashing comes in several forms. Now, let's break down the most common tactics. The first one being vague or unverified claims. Companies often use terms like eco-friendly or natural without providing detailed proof. A study in India revealed that over 70% of consumers have come across such vague statements. The second is hidden trade-offs. Now, this occurs when a company highlights one small green features while ignoring larger environmental harms. Now, take Volkswagen Dieselgate. While they marketed their diesel cars as clean, they used defeat devices to cheat emission tests, resulting in billions in fines and a massive blow to their reputation. The third being comparative claims. Now, advertising might claim a product is greener than the competition without specifying which environmental factors are better. Now, some Indian FMCG brands, for example, boast recyclability in their packaging, even when the life cycle analysis show that the entire product isn't truly sustainable. The fourth is cherry picking data. Now, this is also known as green crowding. This tactics involve presenting only favorable research while ignoring negative data. A cosmetic brand might tout its 100% natural label while hiding evidence of harmful chemicals. Then comes misleading visuals and labels. Now, companies use nature-inspired color and images to evoke an eco-friendly impression. Think of fashion brands that use green logos or recycled imagery on products that may still be produced unsustainably. Here's the question. Why do companies resort to greenwashing? Now, there are several key drivers. For example, regulatory pressure in India, policies like the extended producer responsibility, and the mandate for companies to spend 2% of their profits on CSR push brands to appear greener, sometimes at the expense of their truth. Now, consumer demand is also one of the reasons. A Nielsen study showed that 66% of global consumers are willing to pay a premium for eco-friendly products. Now, this demand creates pressure, nudging companies to slap on a green label, even if it's just superficial. Now, there are competitive market dynamics too in this. In highly saturated markets, brands feel the need to differentiate themselves. Claiming sustainability becomes a marketing edge, even if it's based on incomplete data. There are certain investor expectations also from the companies. Now, with ESG, which is environmental, social, and governance factors being central to investment decisions, today companies often exaggerate their sustainability efforts to secure better valuations and attract green investors. To counter greenwashing, regulators around the world have begun tightening their oversight. In India, the Central Consumer Protection Authority (CGPA) finalized guidelines in October 2024 titled Guidelines for Prevention and Regulation of Greenwashing and Misleading Environmental Claims. These require that terms such as natural, eco-friendly, and sustainable be backed by verifiable evidence. Companies that fail to comply face serious penalties, up to 10 lakh for first-time offences and higher for repeat violations. Additionally, the Advertising Standard Council of India (ASCI) has its own green guidelines that mandate clear substantiated claims throughout a product's life cycle. If we look at global regulations on greenwashing, in the European Union's the new Green Claims Directive, which forces companies to offer scientific evidence for the environmental claims. In the United States, the FTC's green guides are regularly updated to prevent misleading practices. A notable global example involves Total Energies in South Africa, which recently faced a ruling for misleading green claims related to sustainable development. Although Total Energies is a major investment in low carbon energy, the regulator found that its messaging about sustainable development was misleading given its ongoing investments in fossil fuels. So how can you tell if a product is genuinely green or just greenwashed? Here are some practical tips. The first is specificity. Genuine claims include numbers and clear details. If a product is labeled 100% eco-friendly without supporting data, be wary. The second is certification. Look for logos and certifications from the trusted third parties like FSC, ISO 14001 or India's Jaivik Bharat. If these are missing, the claim may be unsubstantiated. Then there is life cycle transparency. Evaluate whether the claim covers the entire product life cycle. Ask yourself, does the product remain sustainable from production through to disposal? Reputable sources. Rely on independent research, not just company published data. A good tip is to cross-check claims with environmental watchdogs or consumer reports. These steps can help you make informed decisions, protecting both your wallet and the planet. Greenwashing isn't just about marketing. It has real-world consequences. Misleading claims can erode consumer trust, distort markets, and even delay essential environmental reforms. Imagine a world where companies get away with paying lip services to sustainability while continuing practices that harm our planet. With billions at stake in consumer spending and investments, addressing greenwashing is critical to achieve genuine climate action. Through increased regulation and educated consumers, we can push companies to not only talk the talk, but also walk the walk forward, true environmental responsibility. Transparency builds trust, and trust fuels change. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Simplifying Sustainability for more deep dives into this. Let's demand transparency from brands and support companies that are truly committed to sustainable practices. Together, we can put an end to greenwashing and drive real change for our planet. Don't forget to check the description below for links to further reading, our sources and additional resources on consumer rights and sustainability. Thank you for watching, and remember, the power to change the world starts with informed choices. Thank you.